All right, so here we are at a Monster Drop Extreme. Monster Drop Extreme. So the problem with this one is that, for one, we need to replace this little motor here, the wheel motor. It's gone bad. But I've already made a video for that, so you don't have to worry about that one. But we are going to replace these little wheels here, these bearings. If you notice, you can see you have like a lot of like wood dust in there. Some type of wood dust. And then there's a lot of it down here. You could say a lot of it down here. I didn't know what it was, but it's definitely wood. That's what it is. You could taste it. Yeah, it's wood. There's a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, all in the same spots where the bearings are, those little wheels. So those little wheels are definitely the culprit. Problem is that we need to, see, there's that dust right there. We need to remove this whole entire table right here, which means a lot of work. So we're gonna have to take this piece off first in order to be able to get this off. So let's start dismantling this. All right, so once you unscrew this, make sure you don't unscrew the top part right here. This top part just kind of holds all these little things in there. So the screws to remove this would be down here, little tiny screws. Anyways, once you get this off, you're gonna have to unplug everything from underneath there, so that way you're not ripping any wires out. So just be careful, unplug them all, and remove this thing as careful as you can. I mean, not that you're gonna harm it that bad, but just be careful. Always be careful. Make sure the game's off, obviously. So let's finish unplugging it and remove that. All right, so I also removed this other ring right here. It's an LED ring, just unplugged it. So turntable's ready to come out. Problem I have is that this is heavy. This thing is really, really heavy. So I'm gonna go get a helper to help me get it out. I'll do my thing, get him again to help me put it back in, and then do my thing, and then get it back up and running. So let me go get someone to help me get this thing out of here. All right, so we got the turntable out. As you can see, it is very, very dirty in here. Got a lot of dust, a lot of wood dust, a lot of. Got some plastic broken pieces. I do have replacements, so I'm gonna fix some of these plastic broken pieces around here. And then I'm looking at the bearings. To tell you the truth, I don't think there's anything wrong with my bearings. I think they're fine. I may not need to replace those at all. In fact, I don't think I need to replace them, period. But what I do think I need to replace is the actual turntable. Because my turntable here looks pretty bad. I don't remember if that gouge is supposed to be there. I mean, I got it all the way around. And that's where my wood is coming from. That's where my dust is coming from. I don't have any dust coming out of this one here next to it. But this one right here has a lot. I mean, a lot of it. I'm trying to get a hold of Benchmark right now to see if I can purchase just the bottom layer of this turntable, or if I have to purchase the whole entire turntable itself. You can pull this apart to clean it if you wanted to. I wouldn't suggest taking it apart because it's a pain in the butt to put back together. I've done it once, and I don't remember this line being there. I mean, maybe the line was there, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't scored in. I mean, it was just like a trace mark or something like that. Anyways, I'm waiting for them to call me back. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to fix this. I can't fill it with wood filler or resin or anything like that. That's not gonna work. It won't last. So I have to put it back the way it is, cleaner, and then probably replace it. So this is not gonna be a repair. This is just gonna be, I don't know. This is upsetting. So I'm gonna put it back together. I'm gonna replace the motor, so that way at least the motor will turn nicely. I'm gonna clean it up as best as possible, and then put it back together. See if I'm ordering another table or another turntable or bottom layer. I'm not sure. Huh? Let's get it back together at least. Okay, so got the turntable back on. Replaced the motor. I had to take off these two little yellow pieces here just to be able to get this out. It's a pain in the ass. Anyways, I'm still waiting for a phone call back from Benchmark to find out whether I can buy the layers themselves versus the whole entire table. I hope I can purchase the layer, but you never know. So like I said, I'll just wait for them to call me back, and then hopefully I can get that answer. But for now, I have put everything back together. New motor's already been replaced. I'm going to put that back up, and then put all the plastics back, and then let the game run. You know, give it a quick wipe down real quick, and then let the game run. So let's finish putting it back together and wait for that phone call. All right, so it's all back together. Man, it really upsets me that I had to do this, put it back together without actually fixing it. Well, I did replace the motor, big deal. Let's go turn the power on and make sure everything works at least. All right, here you go. It's all back up. Turntable's turning real nice on its own. One of the problems was that it wasn't turning. It would have to spin a little bit to help it to turn. That problem's fixed, but the major problem was all that dust. Game's back up for now. Game will work. As soon as tech support calls me back, I'll find out whether I can buy the layers of the table here, or if I have to purchase the entire table. Or maybe I could try to make one of my own. I don't know. Either way, I'll find out. But for now, the game will stay running, and I'll find out some information. All right, well, that's all we can do for now. All right, so here we are. We got the manual out. As you can see, you can purchase the layers. So right here it tells you what the layers are. You have 6 different pieces to that table. If you look right here in the first one, I know my picture's not that great. There's the part number for the bottom layer, just the bottom part. That's all I really need. Now, I called them up, and yes, they have it. Yes, I can get it. I did not get a price yet because it cannot be shipped regular mail. It has to be freight. So I'll have to go on a big truck. So they're going to call me back with a price. But hey, at least I know I can get that part. And as soon as I get it, I can slap it on and get that game back up to 100%. So we're going to wait for the part to come in. All right, well, look what we got here. Got my wheels. All right, so we're going to open this box and we're going to inspect them just to make sure they look okay. All right, got one side of it open here. So let's gonna take out some of this wrap here that one already fell out. Should be 2 in there. Yeah, there's 2 of them in there. All right, well, they wrapped it up really nice. Just keep rolling it out. All right. Looks okay to me from up here. So just so you know, this is the bottom side. This is the bottom side of the actual turntable of Monster Drop. So there isn't going to be any pictures or anything like that. In fact, if I probably take these zip ties apart and separate the two, it'll probably look the same on both sides. White, smooth, clear. You know, or maybe just wood on one side, doesn't matter. But this is the bottom side, so no one's ever going to see this side. But as you can tell, I don't have that line here on either side. I don't have that line, so I'm going to pop the snaps open anyways, and we're going to look inside. We're just going to look at it and make sure that that line's not supposed to be there. All right, and here you go. They've been split apart. As you can see, I don't have a line, so yeah, it's not supposed to have that line. Those wheels somehow ground itself into the wood and started eating at it and definitely destroyed it. So if I continue to let it go any longer, it'll eventually just would fail and create even more of a mess. So unfortunately, I gotta wait at least one day. We're gonna be busy today, so today's not the day to be doing that. So I will be doing it tomorrow. So just a quick look. As you can see, no line. I know that one's lying down, but hey, look at this one. I got no line here. And I got no line here. So yeah, Always make sure you check your parts before you accept them. If they come freight, always check them before you sign for it. That way you won't have to deal with what I'm dealing with Wheel of Fortune right now with the correct screen. So I'll explain that one at a later time. All right, well, let's put these back in the box and wait till tomorrow so we can get this done. Okay, well, it's that time to replace that bottom layer of this wheel. So we're going to go ahead and remove this again. We're going to remove all this plastic around here just to make things easier for ourselves. We're going to remove this top piece right here. Well, actually, the screws are right here, so don't take those screws out. Screws are right here. 2 more on the back. That should come out. Unplug the wires. Get some help to help you remove this, and then we'll start taking the layers off, or at least the bottom layer, so we can get the bottom layer replaced. So let's start taking parts out. All right, so we got it out. This thing is heavy, especially today for me. My shoulder is killing me. Anyway, so we got this bad boy out. Now all we got to do is start removing these little tiny nuts here. I'm hoping that I could just sort of remove the nuts without having to lift this up and put a screwdriver on the other end right here and hold the screw head so it doesn't turn, so I can remove this. So I'm hoping that I can just kind of take those off without having to do all that. If not, then that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to lift it up, put it on our knee or something like that. Use a screwdriver to unscrew each one all the way around so we can get the bottom layer off, put the new one on, and then get it back into the game. So let's start taking this part off right here. All right, so I decided to get a little bit smarter and put it up a little higher so that way I can work on it. So I did try to remove these little nuts, but it keeps spinning down here. So I'm gonna have to hold the bottom head and remove the nut and do it all the way around so I can be able to get the bottom layer off. Now the problem might be that the screw might fall out, but hey, that's okay. I'll use a little piece of tape to hold it in there, or just let it fall out, so it's fine. I don't need the layers start coming apart. I might get in trouble, I don't know. But yeah, so just do your best not to let the rest of the layers start to separate themselves, so that way you can get everything back together normally. So yeah, do what you can and get these nuts off. Let's go. All right, so I got these off. The only problem I'm having is that I can't really remove it by myself. I start lifting up this side, and that side gets stuck over there because of a screw. So I'm going to have someone to help me just lift this up out of here. We're going to probably have to remove all the bearings and install them into the new one, and then probably have that same helper help me put it back on there and put it back all together. I can already see my screws are starting to fall out of here. I don't want them to fall out, so let me hurry up and get this done so I can get this back into the game. All right, so I was able to remove the top layer, or the bottom layer really, I should say. But I do want to point out that you should always try and get some help. This is a rather large wheel, and because I tried to do it by myself, I accidentally bent one of these screws, and now it's slightly bent outward. So, you know, when I put the other one in, I'm going to have to probably wiggle it and bend it back in place or something. I don't know. Small mistakes, it happens. What I did is I just kind of rent down, and then once I put the bottom layer back in there, I'll line the holes up, and then it'll run through there. You know, it'll work. It'll be a little bit bent, but it should be okay. But now we have to remove all these bearings off the old one and put it onto the new one. So let's get that going. All right, so what I did is I noticed that I needed to remove these and put them onto here, but when I did that, they didn't really sit in there very tight. Although they were tight in this, they weren't really tight in that, and then my worry was that when I turn it over, they're just gonna fall right out. So we're gonna lay them here, because they're just sitting in there. And I'm hoping that when we put the top layer on there, that everything sort of just kind of rolls in place, and then it works out. I do have my help, there's my feet. So let's get this bad boy on there and see what happens. All right, so I ran into a small problem up here. I was putting the bottom layer back on and noticed that nothing was lining up. Nothing was lining up. Oh, and by the way, it's much easier to go ahead and just put the layer on and then sort of like lift the layer up a little bit to get the bearing in there. Hard to show you with one hand, but yeah, so you don't have to really kind of like put the bearings in and try to match everything up. You can just put the layers together and just sort of lift it up a little bit, put the bearing in there. It should be good. But the one thing I did want to point out is this little notch right here. This little notch is going to help you line it up. So when you remove these layers, make yourself a little line so that way you know where that notch is. So you can put that right back on there, and then everything should be lined back up and you can run your screws. Because when I was putting it back together, I was like, the screws aren't lining up, the holes aren't lining up, nothing's lining up, and I thought I was going to have to go crazy. So now that it's all lined up, I can go ahead and start putting the bearings in there. In fact, let me see if I can get someone to hold the camera and I can show you exactly what I mean. All right, so yes, we're just going to lift it up a little bit, take the bearing, and just, that's it. One more, just kind of lift it up, and that's it. All right, so we got this bad boy back together. It's all screwed together. Everything is lined up. Bearings are back in. All that's left to do is to get your help and stick it back into the game and start putting it back together. I already kind of lubed a lot of the bearings in here, so I'm just going to give it a quick blow out, make sure there's no dust in there, because you can see that I already started getting some more dust. So get rid of that stuff and then put it back together. Get the game up and running. Let's get it done. All right, so we got this bad boy back in. I hope you still have your helper, so that way he can help you put it back in. So I ended up opening up the back so I could get in there and be able to help him put this in there and set it in there right. Any way you can. I mean, this is the first time I've taken this wheel apart like this. Well, second time. So it's not easy. This thing is very heavy. Anyway, so yeah, if you get that open, it'll definitely help you. Get someone over there to help you lift the wheel up, and then you can at least put it upright, and then get someone to help you roll it out and get it out into the open, put it on the table, do what you need to do, yada, 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 and then reverse it and put it back in. So now all that's left to do is go ahead and put the top piece back in, put all the plastics back in, turn on the game, and let it rock and roll. So let's go ahead and finish this bad boy up. All right, we're just about there. Table is back on, everything's screwed together. It spins quite nicely. All that's left is to put the plastics back on and then obviously put the display back in. It's much easier to go ahead and remove these out of your way to get the plastics back in. You can bend them, I guess, into place, but they're also plastic, so you can also break them. So it's easier to go ahead and remove these. It's just a few screws on the bottom. Remove these, put the plastics in, fit everything back together, and then screw it all back in. Much easier to do it with these being removed, and much easier to remove this when you have help and when you have that open. So yeah. I go through the pain so that way you don't have to. Oh, my shoulder's killing me. All right, let's finish this up. All right, so we got the game all back together. We turned it on to make sure that it spins quite nicely. I know the game is working because it didn't have a problem of it not working. The problem was that I had that really bad gouge in the old wheel and the original wheel. It's not supposed to have that. That's going to create lots of problems if you don't take care of that. So now that we've got it back in there, game's turned on. It is spinning, it is working. Now we've pretty much tested it that like that, so we don't really need to do much anything else. We can test it if you want, play it, but I know it's working. I know I have an E3, but that's okay because we have card systems and our card system's not up and running yet, so that's why that's like that. So card system's not on, so I don't really need to test this. But the game is good to go, and that's it. Hopefully this helps you out with replacing the bottom layer of your wheel. So it's a lot of work. Get some help. Don't do it by yourself. And thanks for watching.